Social anxiety disorder is an intense, persistent fear of being watched and judged by others. So, as you can imagine, this makes it hard to start and maintain romantic relationships. If you or your partner have social anxiety disorder, you can still have a healthy romantic relationship. In this video, we are going to go over how social anxiety disorder affects romantic relationships. We're going to go over some of the problems that it can cause, and we're also going to talk about how to cope with social anxiety and still have a healthy romantic relationship. Now let's get straight into this video. Understanding social anxiety. Before we talk about how social anxiety affects romantic relationships, first we need to understand exactly what social anxiety disorder is. Now, everyone feels nervous sometimes in social situations, like when we have to give a speech or before we go on a date. But when we have social anxiety disorder, which is also called social phobia, even normal everyday social interactions cause us an extreme amount of anxiety. We feel self-conscious whenever we are in a social setting, and we can even feel embarrassed because we are constantly afraid that we are being looked at and judged negatively by the people around us. So social anxiety is much more than just being shy or being an introvert. It is a strong, persistent, and overwhelming fear that turns even the most basic social interactions into extremely difficult tasks. And when it comes to romantic relationships, social anxiety can make us have difficulty even starting romantic relationships. It can be difficult to find a romantic partner for anyone, but if we have social anxiety, it is even much more difficult. Our social anxiety makes it hard for us to meet new people because of our intense fear of being rejected and judged negatively. This makes us completely avoid any social event where we could meet someone to start a romantic relationship. Even talking with people online or via text can be extremely draining and difficult if we have social anxiety. And whenever we do meet someone we are interested in, our social anxiety makes it very difficult for us to let them know that we are interested in them. We are afraid to flirt with our romantic interests because of our fear of rejection and judgment. And then, even after we do manage to start a romantic relationship with someone, our social anxiety makes us have difficulty with communication and expressing emotions in romantic relationships. Social anxiety makes it hard for us to openly and honestly tell our partner what we are thinking and what we are feeling. And this leads to lots of misunderstandings, and it often makes us feel disconnected from our partner. Social anxiety makes us hypersensitive to our partner's responses, and we can assume that they are upset or angry with us when they are not. This causes us to constantly live in a state of heightened anxiety and self-doubt, which can cause frequent arguments with our partner. Negative relationship satisfaction. Relationship satisfaction reflects the quality of our romantic relationship and how satisfied we are with our relationship. And studies have shown that people with social anxiety have a very negative feeling when it comes to relationship satisfaction. Social anxiety makes us unsatisfied in our relationship, and this makes us not trust our partner, and it leads to less supportive behavior in the relationship. Aggressive behavior. Social anxiety causes us to have something called fear of evaluation, which makes us constantly scared that we are being perceived negatively by others and even our own romantic partner. This makes us constantly live in fight or flight mode and can lead to both physical aggression and psychological aggression. A partner with social anxiety might be physically aggressive toward their partner or do things like slam doors, insult their partner, or refuse to talk with their partner. Avoiding social events. Since we are socially anxious, we tend to avoid going to social events. This can cause both people in the relationship to resent each other. The person with social anxiety can feel upset at their partner because their partner is always trying to get them to go out to social events, and the non-anxious partner may feel angry at the anxious one because they never want to go out and do anything. Avoiding your partner's friends and family. Social anxiety can make us want to avoid any situation where we have to interact with our partner's friends or family. This is because we are afraid of being judged and rejected by our partner's friends and family, who are very important people in the life of our partner. It makes it hard for us to form solid connections with our partner's social group. This can make our partner feel like they are isolated from their friends and family, and it can make us feel bad for missing out and excluding ourselves from our partner's social group. Now let's look at some signs of relationship anxiety. If you aren't sure whether anxiety is the problem in your relationship, here are some questions to ask to help you find out. First of all, do you have lots of worries that stop you from even trying to date or find a romantic partner? If you do have a partner, do you feel like you are not good enough for your partner? Are you constantly afraid that your partner is going to break up with you? Do you have lots of anxiety whenever your partner is gone? Do you often think that your partner is being unfaithful even though you have no reason to think so? Do you need your partner to constantly reassure you that everything is okay? Do you need your partner to help you calm down your over-anxious thoughts? Do you avoid having important conversations with your partner because you are extremely afraid of conflict? Do you avoid going to social events, parties, or gatherings with your partner because they make you too anxious? How to manage relationship anxiety. Getting professional help from a therapist, improving communication skills, gradually exposing yourself to the social situations you are afraid of, and developing a support network of friends and family members are all good ways to help cope with social anxiety in relationships. How to deal with an anxious partner. Don't downplay the seriousness of your partner's social anxiety. Don't criticize them for having anxiety. Don't try to be a therapist to your partner. Get them to go to counseling or therapy if they are not already. Focus on effective communication with your partner. Find out what they are afraid of, what triggers them, and also be sure to share with them your own fears and triggers. Do everything you can to reassure them and help them feel safe. Do you or your partner struggle with social anxiety? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, because I would love to hear from you. Please share this video if you have found it helpful, and then you can click here for another great relationship psychology video, and I will see you there.